My name is Abraham Thomas. I'm Curator of Designs and Architecture here at the V&A and also curator of this exhibition. So, as many of you know, this is a year in which we're celebrating British design. We have our headline exhibition on British design. We've recently opened our British ball gowns exhibition. But the museum felt that it was very important to showcase the work of a contemporary design practice. And so we decided to showcase the work of Thomas Heatherwick and his studio, and Thomas is here with us today, to really showcase the work of a relatively young practice. This certainly isn't a sort of end-of-career retrospective. We wanted to showcase the work of a design practice at a very interesting point in their career. When we started working on this exhibition, the studio had just launched their very successful UK pavilion at the Shanghai Expo in 2010, for which we have a number of objects just behind you over there. And for me, it was interesting to observe this studio evolve over the last year and a half that I've been working with the studio. I mean, they've increased in number. Post-Shanghai, they're working on a number of larger urban planning projects. And so for me, it was interesting to bring together these objects and these projects which sort of span those disciplines within design. And I think personally for me as a curator, I think why we felt that the Heatherwick Studio's work was appropriate to the V&A was because of this idea of being nimble between design disciplines. I mean, I would say it's probably not accurate to say that it's about multiple disciplines. It's really about one discipline, and that's three-dimensionality and form making. And here at the V&A, we pride ourselves on having a diverse range of galleries, exploring a number of materials and techniques. So for me, I hope that when people come to see this exhibition, there's this sense that you can also walk around the museum, and as you wander between the ironwork galleries, the ceramics and glass galleries, the recently opened fashion galleries perhaps, you get a sense of these interrelationships and common areas and thresholds when it comes to materials, fabrication process, industrial collaboration. And so for me, what's always struck me about the Heatherwick Studio's work is this idea of refusing to be defined by strict sort of silo-based ideas about design. I mean, in this exhibition we have a broad range of projects and objects and clients. We have everything ranging from architectural projects, urban planning, transport, furniture, product design, fashion, textiles, sculpture, engineering projects such as the three bridge projects we have behind me. And it's been a real privilege actually to work with the studio, to spend the last year and a half being given unparalleled access pretty much to the studio's archive, and to really draw my own conclusions in terms of these interrelationships between objects and projects. And I wanted the exhibition to really feel like a trawl through the studio, as if you'd been sort of let into the studio one day and you were able to, you could just be faced with this sort of rich array of objects, ranging from early prototypes to maquettes, models, full-scale material samples and building fragments, test pieces. So for those of you who've been to the Heatherwick Studio, I hope that you can see some kind of semblance of that experience in the studio here in this Porter Gallery space. So an important aspect of working on this exhibition was working very closely with the studio on the design of the exhibition. So they are responsible for the 3D design that you see in front of you. And what I think is really nice about the design is the fact that there is no design. There's no conventional design exhibition build. We have simply placed objects on individual plinths. So you walk into this space and you get a sense of a sort of 3D graphic equalizer and clusters of objects. So when you look at the plan of the gallery, you might get a sense of these clusters and these sort of gravitational pulls and sort of objects orbiting around other objects. And I think for me that's what I really wanted to explore, the idea of how certain projects and objects have references to other previous projects or other objects created by the studio.